Well, I was in the middle of stripping this down to do the pine tar on the forearm. You can see, you know, like here's some dings and all that Mars shield is worn off. Same here, we've got a whole series of little scratches in that Mars shield, but they'll come out of there. And somebody asked about when I talked about shimming up the handguard to get rid of that rattle. Yeah, normally I do it back here. Now this one I don't think I'll have to, because when I got to looking at it, I can see that this little tab that's dovetailed in here has been bent forward. So I think I can just wrap that back and that'll tighten that handguard up. But otherwise it is just, you know, cotton string back here, and it kind of locks that tighter so she don't shift. I know the one guy had suggested that he used tarred string. Yeah, and that would make sense. It would hold it in place, because the tricky part is to keep it in position while you put it all together, because it's kind of a circus getting them in there. But I think I can get this the way I want it. Now, like I say, the mailman said I had packages in the mail. Texted me. So me thinking, I kind of knew what was coming, and one, you know, small things like this is a crimp die for a 30-30. So I went out with a motorcycle. This was a mistake, because I had a heck of a time juggling the package. The other package was another one from Brian, and this was a little awkward to juggle at a motorcycle. But he does tend to surprise me. And again, rather on the heavy side. Yeah. You got a whole bunch of pig snouts. The dogs like them. The one dog I gave it to, I'd never seen anything like that before. Drug it around for a long time. But finally must have softened up that it figured out that it was edible. So we got a snout for everybody. Plenty of snouts. They are some ugly things. If you saw one of them laying on the floor of your car, it would startle you. But they eat them. Slowly crunch them up. Well, that's good, because there's a pile of them, and they do like their snouts. But like I say, it was a strange thing to them. And this is a mysterious bottle that's very well wrapped, and I have to be kind of careful in case it's one of them non-conformist mail deals. He's got wrapping down. Moxie barbecue sauce. My God, that Moxie seems to be an all-purpose fluid, much like pine tar. Oh, yeah. Those root beer barrels, you know, I haven't seen them for a long time. I always thought I should look at Fleet Farm, because they a lot of times will have some of them obscure antique kind of candies. Those are good though, but like I say, it's not something you run into real often. And regular Spam, classic Spam. And when I first started building up here, there was a little bar, about half mile, well, 3/4 mile away. It later burnt down, but they had a little grocery store there. It was kind of all-purpose. Used to sell gas even. But they sold Spam and Hormel chili, and I think the first cabin that I built was basically built on Spam and Hormel chili. Spam sandwiches. That's good. I was thinking about going to town tomorrow to get some groceries. I don't have to now. He stacked me up. We got more dried beef. So, not only food, but fine glassware. And a very big thing. Man, they're spending a lot on tape. Whoa, more Moxie. A Moxie mug for making Moxie floats. 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream, 1 can of Moxie. And then you top it with Moxie jelly. Yeah, it's funny. I'm going to have to, I had an email from my sister the one time. She lives down in Minneapolis. And she wrote, "What in the world is Moxie?" You know, she had never heard of such a thing. So I'm going to have to save a can of Moxie. Well, it's good that a company can diversify. That's what they've done. More cat treats. Well, I thought I was running out of cat treats, and I thought maybe that's what it needed because I saw the cat out gophering one day. And she gets hungry eventually. Otherwise, generally lays around in the sun. Okay, original Slim Jim. Now this appears to be people food. I have to use extreme caution. More catnip. I'll have to try to catch that cat on video. Original Rice Krispie treat. You know, I've never made them. I used to make them all the time. And I see them, you know, like this in stores. And they want a heck of a lot of money for them. Well, of course, I suppose marshmallows aren't real dirt cheap. And Rice Krispies aren't dirt cheap. But it was something I used to make all the time, Rice Krispie bars. More 45 brass. It was kind of a funny thing. The other day I was reloading some 30-30. These are separate. 35 Remington, yeah. I was just thinking this morning, you know, because one of the Marlins I need is a 35 Remington. You know, now that I've got 35 Remington brass, it's a slippery slope. I'll end up getting a 35 Remington. If I find the right Marlin. Yeah, this is the brass I was using before this. But it was funny when I was reloading some of that brass, I tried one of those Hornady ones, and there's something weird about the primer pocket on them. I'm going to have to ream the primer pockets out because I actually couldn't get a regular large rifle primer to go in them. You know, I didn't try forcing them, but it was tight. You know, too tight. I mean, I couldn't get one in. No, I don't know if they're crimping them in, which might be because I've had, you know, those Hornady primers back out. Yeah, I'll have to save one of these for my sister. One of these good Moxies. Now I got something on a mysterious thing again. Braised mustard. All natural, stone ground Moxie. Moxie meets mustard. Well, I tell you, that is, well, it's good to see a company try that hard, but how many Moxie products can they make? More Moxie? Curious to see if we slipped one of them diet ones in there. He fooled me. Oh yeah, we got the full power Moxie. And plenty of snacks. Well, mosquito coils, I've never actually used them. But we are getting to the mosquito season. Cat food, which that fat sleek cat will certainly gobble down. which will mean more gophers will survive. Plenty of little Slim Jims. Endless amount of them. Well, that was a load. Yeah? Well, it's good to have, because I've been using this FC, it says on them. Brass works very well for the 3030. But there's something weird with that Hornady stuff that I got to figure out. But now that I have 4 35 Remington cartridges, I have to keep my eyes peeled for a 35 Remington Marlin. They made them actually in that same 336A as my 3030. If I could find one of them, that would be a good deal. Well, she was a haul again. It wasn't what I was expecting in the mail. I know I can have myself a Moxie and dig out the pine tar. Well, maybe I have to distribute some pig snouts. You'll enjoy them.